What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another football video. This time we're going to be covering the fantasy football update. Just wanted to say a couple of things before we get started. First up, if you are new around here, you're enjoying the content, particularly the fantasy football updates, I'll be giving you some tips and things for going on throughout the season, so make sure that you subscribe with your notifications on. Also, I'm going to say that the videos this year are going to be different to last year. Last year they were every week. I'm just going to be covering these fantasy football updates every now and then to give more of a broader update, because I found a lot of the videos last year were much the same. A lot of things weren't changing, so I'm just going to be putting them out less regularly. They will still be out there, just not as many every couple of weeks, 3 weeks, etc, etc. So I'll be keeping you all up to date. In today's video, I'll be taking you through how I've done the league table and also everyone's teams for you all to have a look at and see how they're performing. And I'm going to put out some tips there for you. I'm going to address the title of the video first. Sergio Aguero did score a hat-trick for Manchester City at the weekend, and if you had him as a captain, you're on to a real winner this week. So my tip is, you see an informed side, so Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City, all doing very well. You can try and get some of their top performers in your side. That'd be my recommendation. Look for form, look for players that are finding their form. So players like Sergio Aguero, players like Mo Salah, the obvious players, make sure they're in and around your side. So we're going to crack on with how I performed. So the average has been 60 points. I've picked up 73. I got off to a slow start, but that was mainly because of quite a few of my players are playing for Man City and Liverpool, so they weren't playing until Sunday and Monday respectively, but I ended up picking up more points than average, which pleases me. So I'm going to pop up my team now so you can have a look at that one. But Benjamin Mendy's had another good week for me. Another assist. Did he get 2? I'm not too sure, but he did do very well this week. So Benjamin Mendy's another tip there for me. Mo Salah, my captain. I don't know whether to go for Aguero or him. I've got Aguero as my vice captain. I'm quite tempted to make him my captain. We'll wait and see. But yeah, we've got Salah, we've got Mane. These are players that are finding their form. I've made a couple of changes this week because I weren't too happy with how my midfield was performing. So I'm going to pop up my new team now because I've made some transfers. And as you can see, I've changed things up a bit. I've seen David Silva play a fantastic game. I'm expecting him to play again this week and be fantastic. De Bruyne injured. Man City are going to be heavily reliant upon Bernardo Silva and David Silva, and they're both finding their form. So I've gone for him. I've also managed to put Callum Wilson up front, and I took a man out of midfield and gone to a 4 at the back. So there we go. That's my side, what I've done this week. Let me know in the comments what you've done with your team. So my tip at the moment, Aguero, Salah, Mane, Mendy, they're my tips at the moment. These are players that are really in form. So we're going to pop over to the JSGC League. You can't join the league anymore, I've closed it. A couple of people were saying last year that they didn't like that people could join at any one time, and they've been performing very well for weeks on weeks on weeks, and all of a sudden a new member comes in and all of a sudden they're ahead of them. I completely agree with that one. I tried it last year, see how it did. I've got a feeling some people didn't enjoy it, so this year I've changed things up and I've closed it. But we've got more members this year than what we did last year. We've got 17 members. Makes this league extremely competitive. So I'm going to pop up the JSGC league table now for you all to have a look and view at. So I'll just leave that up for a moment for you all to have a browse at. But basically we've got tier players from 1st to 17. Some good weeks for some not so good weeks for others. So we're going to crack on with the league table. We're going to talk through everyone's side. So first up, in first place on 191 points is Cotton Candy Grapes. Every time I mention the name, I'm going to be popping up their teams, by the way, for you all to have a look at. But 90 points for him this week, well above average, leading the way on 191. He's had 2 very good weeks and leads. Second, we've got Game of Throw-ins. Absolutely love the name. 85 points, another good week for him. He's on 176, second overall. Next is Blues to the Moon. Good week for him, 92 points as well, onto 172 points, very tight there at the top, only I think 19 points separating the top 3. We'll get a little bit of a gap there. We've got Blue Moon FC, another good week, lots of 90s this week. He's moved on to 158 points, so yeah, he's doing very well. Then we've got Citizen 101, he's moved on to 158. Listen to this, he's picked up 110 points this week and our weekly winner this week. Absolutely fantastic, congratulations there to Ganiru. If I'm saying your name wrong, by the way, just let me know in the comments and I'll try and correct that one. I'm not fantastic on pronunciations. There we go. I do learn though, so if you let me know how it's pronounced, I will get it right. Next up in 6th, we've got Turnbull's Tornadoes, another good name there. Moves on to 75 points, takes on to 148 points. Very, very consistent there with a 75 and a 73. Next up in 7th, we've got FC Gabon Jesus. He's got 77 points, again, very consistent on 147 points. Then we've got City for Life, also joined in 7th or 8th, however you want to look at it. He got 83 points, very good week for him. Moved on to 147, so well done to Brian. In 9th, we've got Jamie's 11. He's moved on to 138 points after picking up 70 points. A lot of players here well above average. In 10th, we've got Pep's 11, picked up 64 points, so 134 points. Very, very tight in this middle pack. In 11th, we've got Yaya Toure. Not the real Yaya Toure, it's actually Johnny Fazio, but 71 points. He's moved on to 133 points, so very good week for him. Then we've got me on 73 points, we moved on to 131 in 12th. Very competitive, then there's a little bit of a gap developing. We've got Namicha taking us up, moves on to 114 points after picking up 64 points, well above average. Then in 14th, we've got Damo 08, so Damien, he's picked up 34 points, disappointing week for him, moved on to 105. Dougie, he's got 58 points, moves on to 100, so already all these 15 out of the 17 are already on to double figures. And then we've got Giroud Sandstorm, 49 points, I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that, picking up 91 points. And last but not least, we've got Borley FC, or Sean Borley, picking up 88 points. Obviously didn't get in time for the game week 1, but picked up 88 points, which is very competitive, and I'm sure a couple more weeks like that and he'll be well up the league too. So there we go, that has been the JSGC League. That's been a little fantasy football update for you all to enjoy. We'll have the next one out in a couple of weeks, I think, when we start discussing stuff, and we start getting a feel of how the Premier League's developing. Don't forget to check your teams weekly. My recommendation is to check your teams on a Friday once the managers have done their press conferences, so you get an injury update on how players are performing. Don't forget to utilise all the little bits and bobs that they have on the fantasy football, such as free hits, etc, etc. Don't want to be wasting points. Don't make too many transfers or you're going to get hit with points deductions from your, I think it's the week after, so make sure that when you're doing changes, try and utilise your substitute bench, so make sure you've got a strong substitute bench. And there we go, that's my tips. Like I said, Mendy, Aguero, Salah, Mane, make sure you've got them players around. Harry Kane's just scored in August, maybe that's a way to go. But let me know in the comments who you think should be in your side, who you think is going to be doing well in the next couple of weeks, and we can have a nice fantasy football discussion. Like I said, you don't have to be in the league to enjoy the video. You can just look for tips, see how everyone else is performing, have a look at some of the top performers in their teams and think, oh, I'll have a couple of their players. There we go. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, notifications on. Social media links there in the description below if you want to go check me out on there. My email, if you want to hit me with any sponsorships or any business enquiries, email is also in the description below. You can go check out my second channel, JSGC Gaming, and my brother's partner channel, Mixed doing Mixology Drinks. I'll leave the links to them at the end of the video. Go and check out my other football videos and all my other videos, vlogs, previews, reviews, analysis, etc, etc. They're all on my channel. You want to check them out, and I'll see you all very soon for the next fantasy football update and the next football video. So it's been JSGC. Have a very wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.